I'm going to go ahead and give you some information that I know, and it's really cool. Uh, no fluff, no buff, no rah-rah, but the U.S. merchant account has been approved. If you guys have not heard of it, it's leaked out to a lot of happy people. They got it approved Tuesday. They actually got what's called the merchant account number, which allows the programmer to get the API and start actually programming it into all the things that need to be programmed, which is the NXPay, which is a processor that handles all the transactions. NXPay is equivalent to our iPayout right now. So they got both of them in works. From my understanding of a few days ago, and maybe Mike, when he gets on here, he's logging in, will be able to give us an update on that. But the lead programmer, Ben, had been working with the merchant account and NXPay, twining them together this week. They believe it should be ready. I know they don't give dates, but it might be actually ready by Monday, if not Tuesday or Wednesday. But it's a done deal. It's actually done, and now it's just up to the programmers to flip on all the light switches, make sure everything's working. So a U.S.-based merchant account is huge, folks. I'm sure many of you have been building like myself. And when you get someone on the line and they're ready to get going forward, they're excited, and you hit that merchant account and it's denied. You try it again and it's denied. You try it again and, oh, let me try this, and it's denied. We got to call your bank. It can be a little frustrating, especially for the new user, because a lot of these are emotional buys. They're excited, they're ready to buy. So having a U.S.-based merchant account is huge, and he has arrived. Yeah, I told him we had to interrupt your 18-hole golf course out there.
Man, I wish.
So don't even try it.
I'm not even going to make an excuse. I'm just sitting there and say, you know what? I'm in front of my computer. I got 27 things I'm trying to do today. Mike Lucas calls me and says, "Where are you?" So I'm sitting in front of my computer working my butt off. Where are you? He goes, "Well, I'm on the leadership call. You might want to join us." I'm like, "Oh man, getting old is rough, you guys. I'm sorry."
Tell him that's what would happen if he actually opted into the leadership text reminder.
Now, why would I need to opt into the text reminder of a? Oh, wait a minute. You just proved why I would need to opt in to the. Wow, great. Hey, let's since I am so ill prepared for this, why don't we do a Q? Why don't we divert to a Q&A session?
I was just telling them, I don't know how many people had heard, but I know we don't give dates. We're getting away from it for obvious reasons. But we actually did, Tuesday was it, or Wednesday? Tuesday. We got the merchant account approved.
We have, we have, this is the critical part. We have account number, username, password, login, ready to go. It's done. It's I mean, it doesn't get any more real than that. U.S.-based, not European-based, U.S.-based, doesn't get any more real than that. Now it's just timing. They're right in the middle of NXPay. I don't want to say in the middle. I should say at the end. Mike and I have actually been test pilots for the NXPay e-wallet system. They've got a couple of glitches in there they're trying to identify or plot the solution for. The people that already have NXPay accounts, there seems to be a little glitch in how that flow is going to work through. I actually have an NXPay account from a couple years ago, so they have that to figure out. That will wrap up NXPay. That new e-wallet then goes live, and but that's real. I mean, it's being worked on today, yesterday, the day before yesterday. They're plotting that solution for that one component to fix. Right after that comes this U.S.-based merchant service account, and it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Get us out of that credit card failure rate that we've got here in the States. And again, I can't give you the timing on it. I can say things like, "Man, next week looks like a really good week," but I've said that before in the past too. So, but that's the sequence of the events that are coming. It's NXPay first, merchant services second. We've kind of Lawrence and the programming team decided to move the Matrix viewer in front of bringing the whole entire back office online. which I think is a very good idea. I think I actually, that might have been my original idea, because I know everybody wants to see that matrix viewer. I personally want to see that matrix viewer, before I want to see anything else. So that's the next sequence of events, and all I can tell you is the matrix viewer, the last I heard, it was one piece of code that needed to be rewritten, some stuff that got contracted out that didn't work very well, so that was being rewritten, and they were in the middle of that when NXPay came online. So NXPay, merchant services, both those 100% approved. Accounts are being worked on right now to get it all integrated into the system. Matrix viewer, I think that's a 1 or 2 day project. Not that it's going to be done in the next 1 or 2 days. It's a 1 or 2 day project to get that coding cleaned up. So those are the things that have been worked on and exciting coming down the line. Mike Lucas.
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but the last few months, being a distributor, because that's mostly what I try to position myself as a distributor, someone in the field who gets frustrated with all these rah-rahs and dates missed. Guys, we've all heard merchant account so many times that it's kind of like the mythological Easter Bunny, the unicorn, and Santa Claus all rolled into one. It never comes. But guys, I'm telling you, it is approved. That is the hurdle.
Well,
that was the hurdle.
It's easy to.
It was always we need more paperwork. We need this. We need that. It wasn't a guaranteed. It wasn't done. Now it is. That's huge.
After being in the banking industry for 18 years, the vicious cycle that they had us in was ridiculous. And I'm sure anybody that's bought a home understands the same thing. You go to the guy that's doing the final approval. They say you're approved, right? You got the pre-approval, the verbal approval, the pre-approval, and then the approval of the approval, and then it goes to an underwriter. That little auditing guy that just creates havoc in your life.
Half the time.
Well, we need this document. So you provide this document. They say, oh, well, that brings up another question then. I need this document. And we got documented to death over a 3-week period of time, and it was crazy. The whole entire time being, handed the song and the dance. Oh, no, it's approved. We just need this one last document. Oh, no, it's approved. We just need this one last document. Everything looks great. You get that whole runaround thing. So going through that whole entire process allowed the company to come up with a package that was so overly detailed. The next merchant that we went to, he said, look, we're getting the runaround from this guy over here. Take this package and see what you can do with it. And it was 2 days later, we've got not just a verbal approval, written approval, underwriting approval. We've got the account number, the username, and the login to our merchant account. It doesn't get any more real than that. It's beyond approval. It's done. So now it's just getting a program. But
I guess, Mike, why is that so important? Why is that going to? And I believe that was one of the 3 ingredients that could break us. Literally, I believe it was going to be a huge hindrance from us being a small, just jog along to propelling to just exploding now.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to mention any names of companies, but there was a company in the past. I won't mention that name, but yeah, they lost their merchant services account and it crippled the company. I mean, that was kind of the beginning of the end. Without a merchant services account, the one that actually works well. I mean, we had one. We had one at the very beginning with TAC. It was U.S. based, but they ran into some financial problems themselves. Then it went to through iPayout and then the Laftia Bank, and I think that's spelled Laugh TIA, Laftia, because that's what we all did, and it wasn't funny, but it just didn't work that well here in the United States. We couldn't get approvals on more than maybe 50% of the people that tried to use it, so it was a laugh, sad laugh. But companies have gone down because of not having merchant services accounts. Companies have not launched. I will name this name, and this comes from a pretty reliable source, but Ripplen couldn't launch or do what it wanted to in the beginning stages because they couldn't secure merchant services. So this is a huge deal. This is a really big deal to have a U.S.-based merchant account from a reputable company tied into NXPay, the supposedly the best and the biggest e-wallet system in the whole entire world, most reputable anyway. We're positioned right where we need to be. It's perfect. And it's exciting.
I'll speak from experience. I was not in the industry. I was doing landing pages for Empower, but I believe it was a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, several of the big groups came to me to do landing pages for them, and Empower lost their merchant account. They lost the majority of their people because they could not have a merchant account. It almost killed the company, and now they're growing and doing what they're doing well. The merchant account, guys, is for us as leaders. That's like the hallelujah.
Yeah.
That is the big one. So
well,
it's a
let
good
me.
day. It's been a good week.
Even though I don't have a good visual for you guys, I've got to share a bunch of information for you. Wayne asks a question, and one that I wanted to address today, because a lot of people are. I'm hearing from more and more people that I'm not getting the email of the recorded video that I just saw. And Mike's working on that. We're working on it together. We're figuring out if there's some glitch in there someplace. It's switched to work like it always has. I think the things that we've come up with is make sure you register early instead of trying to register last minute or after the webinar's actually started. So register early, I think, improves your odds of getting that recorded video. But I've got something even better for you. I think it might have been Wayne, or maybe it was one of the other ATW guys that sent me a text and said, "Hey, Mike, I really like the Monday presentation, the business overview on Monday." I mean, sometimes even I get it right. Sometimes there's just a webinar that just comes out so fluid and just is perfect. You're like, man, I wish I could save that one. Well, guess what? Go to Google, type in Leafit Business Overview. Leafit, one word, Business Overview. Well, business is a separate word, so is overview. But Leafit Business Overview, and you will get every webinar that we've done. Okay? If you type in Leafit Business Overview 2/24/14, it'll actually bring that one right to the top, and there's that webinar that I did on Monday. Okay, so you've got access to every webinar we've done. So if you're not getting the emails for whatever reason, maybe it's going into your spam file, maybe you didn't register early enough, maybe there's a glitch with the system, don't let that slow you down. Go find a video that you liked a lot, okay? Take that URL from that YouTube video and share that with the masses. Let that go viral. That one video that you just thought was the best one that I've ever done, you're waiting for a better one, but this one so far is the best you've seen so far. Take that link, go find it. It's a Google search. Google search Leafit Business Overview. Go find the video you like the best. Take the URL, drop it into an email, text it to your friends, do whatever you want with it, but use that to go pass the video along. Right, Mike? And we're trying to figure out, is there a problem with the system?
The system's working. I tested. System's working fine. Guys, if you don't register, you're not going to get the email. It's a timer based, so it's the same link every week. And if you opt out of it, and some people I've checked out has opted out. Once you opt out, you can't opt back in. It's a spam protection that's required by FTC, so there's very little we can do on that. But it's the same link every week, and as Mike says, the YouTubes are out there. You can Google them, find them, and then use that video or that recording of that YouTube and drive them to a live call that we can see slowly, and it should be faster, I think, but slowly our core attendance. What I mean by a core, our average attendance on our webinars are increasing, which is good. And I think here come this next month, you're going to see a huge increase in that. So. Well,
I will tell you, and most of you know that I'm more of a belly-to-belly guy than I've ever been a internet marketing network marketer. And I was in Coeur d'Alene again last night for my Thursday night, and I love Coeur d'Alene. I think Corey's on the line with us, so I'll embarrass him. But Corey went out with one of his personals, and Rob's got 3 brand new people sitting on his front line. And brought all 3 of them to the meeting we had last night. Corey's got a brand new one. They put 4 people in the program. Between the two of them, they put 4 brand new people in the program yesterday. All I can tell you is when you can actually sit with a group of 20, 25 people in front of you, half of which are brand new, looking at the business model for the very first time, and the body language. I love reading body language. You've got 2 or 3 of the people with their arms folded across their chests, and just that stern look, like, "You slick salesman, what are you trying? What are you trying to get me to do now?" And 30 minutes later, they've got their hand up, asking questions, leaning forward on the edge of their seat. Just can't stand it. They're kind of looking around like, okay, how do I sign up? You got me. I'm in. To me, that excites me more than anything else, more than any internet marketing that I can do. To see that personal interaction from people about a brand new business model, take a picture, share a picture, get paid. People are starting to get it. That's all I can tell you. We are going to explode. There's absolutely no doubt. You as leaders, all I can tell you is what you want to do is get the fire in your belly again and take that to your organization. This company is going to explode. Okay. The next piece of information I'm going to give you, you can't give to anybody else. And again, I can't name any names, but one of the biggest components inside of this Leafit app is the affiliate conglomerate that we end up working with. Who's going to bring us the most retailers that the IT app will be able to recognize that content and put us into a position to be able to pay an affiliate commission. Lawrence is working the last 2 days. I think we potentially could have a contract signed very, very soon with this affiliate company. But all I can tell you is we are going to have tens of thousands of retailers that we are going to be able to promote. It's a huge deal. It's a huge component. We've talked to others. It's been kind of, yeah, okay, well, that sounds great. But this company, off the hook, is going to put us in a position right out of the gate. And you guys, the list is vast. It's not just Nike shoes. It's just not the Louis Vuitton purse. The people that are inside of their stable, the affiliate relationships they already have established. How about Auto Trader? How about every single auto manufacturer? How about, like we've been talking, taking a picture, a compelling picture of the blonde standing next to the brand new truck, and you get to share that picture with your friends. That picture goes viral. You get paid if somebody buys that truck. It's a reality. It's coming. It's the most exciting thing. I'm more excited about that than merchant services or NXPay coming live or a new Matrix viewer. To have that component in this app from the get-go is a huge, huge deal. The image recognition enhancement will go up. The ability to tag items and have something returned to you. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of retailers at our fingertips. Somebody goes to search a picture, tag a picture in search, they're going to find their product, and the IT app is going to search through every single one of those retailers for the lowest price. We are going to look so credible out of the gate. It's incredible. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit excited about it. But those are the things that are being worked on every single day, you guys. All I can tell you is we are flying forward fast. This business is going to explode. Make it because of you. Go back to your groups and say, you know what? Just take the old business model, put it in a shoebox someplace, and just wait. That's that savings bond that you bought, 20 years ago. That PSV is going to have value. Just let it sit there. Let it fester. It's going to explode. Go take the brand new business model and get that one to explode, because that's what's going to make your PSV be worth so much down the road. Take this brand new business model and explain to people. Do it as quick as you can. What if I could show you how to take a picture and find the cheapest place to buy those shoes, that purse, that watch, that computer, that car? What if I could show you the cheapest place online to buy it right now in real time? How would you like that app? If there was an app that could do that, would you want it? And the answer is going to be yes. If there was an app that could take a picture and identify what's in that picture, and you could have the cheapest place online to buy it, knowing that the IT app had searched through tens of thousands of retailers to find the lowest price, would you want that app? And everyone will say yes. If you start with that and roll forward, it's a gold mine. The social network explodes, the IT app explodes, your business explodes. Attach as many people as you can to you personally. Help your people do the same. Fill your matrix, because the natural progression is going to be, look, if I can make money from taking a picture, you're telling me for $40 a month I can make money from my friends taking pictures and their friends and their friends and their friends 9 levels deep? That's worth $40 all day long, and we're going to explode. So, do we have questions out there, Mike?
No. About
no questions. What?
I am not looking.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, Mike's talking about some explosion here. Back in I think it was '99, when I got involved in a company that was doing infomercials, and we could take calls for infomercials, and I got involved with them about 8 months after they started. And it was a beautiful business model. I mean, everyone loved to take calls, take orders, and you get paid for doing that. And it was set up as a network marketing company. And I went to a couple of these conventions that they had. And they weren't gigantic with millions, but they had about 50,000, 60,000 people in their first year, which was back then was really huge for a company that quick. And I remember with Nancy sitting across from a lady, and we were eating breakfast at a hotel, and we were just talking, asking, "Are you with?" And we found out she was with the company we were with. She goes, "Oh, I just happened to be in," and we asked her associate number, and she was like 200, and we were like 1,000, you know. So, and she goes, "Well, I worked it about for the first 3 months, but I really haven't worked it much since then." And she shared with us, because she worked it the first 3 or 4 months, she was making $15,000 a month from her matrix. She hadn't worked it in the last year. All she does is travel. That's all she was doing. She'd come to the conventions, and she stopped working it. She happened to be at the right spot at the right time and got in early. And I will say this, and it's always an if this company does go viral, like we all believe it will, everybody on this call can be that lady there with just a little bit of effort. There's absolutely no doubt. Everybody in this call, if you work it for the next 4 to 5 months, it depends on how much income you want, but you could be that lady very easily. You could be much higher than that lady.
Well, that's my belief, and it's not just the Matrix, Mike. It's the e-commerce as well, and what people are starting to understand in these live groups.
We talk the Matrix, we talk the PSV, we talk all that crap, but the money is what you were just talking about. Those affiliates. When you get a million users, they're not paid, they're not associates, but you got 1 million people shopping online using our links.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's money. That's bank. That's huge. And these guys are excited. They're now fighting over, no sign our contract, no sign our contract. These affiliate conglomerates. They want our business. Every single one of them. That's where we get our excitement from. As we take this business model out and share with them what we're looking at doing, and they can't get to us fast enough. I mean, they're like, no, talk to me, no, talk to me. It's huge having that affiliate relationship built. And knowing that IT app is going to go out and do all that shopping for you, return the cheapest place to buy is a huge component. But what these people that I'm in front of, that I'm seeing live, interaction, they ask. It's funny how many times they have to ask the question. So you're telling me if I join your social space for free, and I take a picture, and that picture goes viral to people that I don't even know, and it circles the globe 2-3 times, anybody that sees that picture and buys, I get paid? And the answer is yes. And you guys need to understand that. We've talked about this a lot of different ways, but you take a picture, you tag a picture, and that picture goes viral. It's not just to your friends. It's not just one level deep. It's to your friends' friends and their friends and their friends and their friends. Not even 9 levels deep. It's beyond that. It is everybody, anybody, and their brother that sees that picture and buys from it, you get paid as a free subscriber. As a free subscriber. And you explain that to someone. When they finally get it, they're like, "You got to be kidding me!" That's the reaction that you get. You got to be kidding me. When can I download that? That's the only question I'm getting is when can I download that? I have so many people telling me, "Well, Mike, this is a really hard business model to sell now." Well, you got to open your mouth. Number one, no offense to anybody, but you got to go talk to somebody about it, and you got to see, you got to test it, you got to figure out what are you going to say, and you've got to actually go out. Don't try to rationalize in your mind and convince yourself that it's hard to sell because you haven't tried to sell it yet. Go out and do what I just did. Go out and do something, but start talking about the app the way that we know it's going to be. Not the old comp plan, not the $40 comp plan. Don't even talk about a comp plan. Talk about the app. Talk about the mobile application that's going to revolutionize the way people shop, the way people buy, the way people search online. If there were an app that you could take a picture and get the cheapest place online that it could find and return it to you in real time, would you want to download that app? Absolutely, yes, I would. It's a less than a 30-second opener, and when you get the first yes and you get them excited, sign them up, get them in the program for free. From there, now let's start talking to them about becoming an associate, because when they become an associate, it's not just their pictures that's making them money. It's their friends' pictures, their friends' friends, their friends' friends' friends, 9 levels deep, plus the Matrix. So all I can tell you is that more and more, that's all I'm seeing is the excitement level, eyeball to eyeball, the excitement level when people start to understand where we're going with this business model.
Estelle, you see Estelle's comment?
I did, and I highlighted that You go, Estelle.
She has a business overview at a room, and they have 130 people booked.
That's
So
huge.
that's in the UK. So guys, remember the questions here are pertaining to this call. Other stuff on PSV and stuff is and right now I'm looking at the names here. Everyone here is an elite founder. So again, guys, we got to remember to keep the elite questions off of the radar.
Right.
We must keep the elite questions off of the radar.
And that next elite meeting, go-to meeting is next Friday, right?
Yes.
I think it's what we published.
Since everyone is here, our lead founders, guys, we're going to be getting new leaders, new people excited. That's why we're saying that, and we just don't want to put them in an uncomfortable position. Mike, since it is the leaders' call, what is your understanding about the run? Because that's what some people are asking. It is the end of the month, but remember, this is the first time it ran, so they're probably going to do it.
I'm not going to make any promises. I'm going to tell you that the first, it's today's the 28th. Are they paying today? No, they're not paying today. We got to finish the day out. So it's the 28th. Even the Matrix run has been taking a couple of days for them to get it, because they do it, they test it, they made some changes to it. So when is this going to run? Hopefully over the weekend.
And you're going to want to make sure it's right, and probably do a couple test runs, because it is the first time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So Ed asks a real good question. He says, how can we get paid to set up companies to be added to this list? I don't think we personally can get paid, Ed.
You can't. Affiliate like that is through the affiliate company. They handle it all.
Right. Once we have this relationship established, because I was on the phone with a gentleman today, and he talked about two different companies. He's got a guy that does homemade fishing lures and another one that has artwork. And he says, how can those people get into being able to get their businesses promoted through the IT application? And it's all going to become them being part of that affiliate conglomerate. So it's going to be, we'll have an open door there, and you'll have somebody to send them to, but we're not going to be compensated for that. So what else we got in questions here?
My brother is in.
Well, Estelle kind of asked the same question. When will small businesses be able to go on the app? Same thing. It's going to be a relationship that small business wants to establish with the affiliate group. So again, we'll get you more information on that. But yeah, you guys, I think this is going to be a perfect way to put us back in a position to sell advertising inside of our social network. When you can go to the local businesses and say, look, this IT application is exploding the social network. I don't care if you're in a restaurant or if you're what kind of business you have, oil change shop, you're going to be able to become part of an affiliate group, and when you do, that affiliate group is one that we're doing business with. You're going to be promoted inside of the IT app search. And I'm telling you the way it's going down. This is not just product. This is the oil change. This is the restaurant. This is the tax service guy. I mean, when you see the list of people that are inside of this affiliate conglomerate, it's going to blow your mind of what we're actually going to be able to go out and promote with the IT app. It's a big deal.
Someone's asking about the landing pages. Ed is, I think. So since this is the leader's call, I'm still not going to give a date. And if Mike does, I'll delete his butt right now. So.
I heard Monday. I just wasn't sure which Monday. But
I'm sorry, you're muted. Well, I'll let you know. Yesterday, I contacted the gentleman who is writing the script. It's for a video. It's for actually 2 videos. He's a professional writer that is writing the script for the videos, and some other stuff for some additional stuff that we haven't told people about, extra stuff. But once he gets the video wrote, and he said it'd take him anywhere from 3 to 5 days. Once he gets that wrote, I have a person who creates the video, the actual the video part, and they sync it to the script with the voiceover. Once that's done, then we're about a day from getting it. Now, that doesn't mean we won't have some landing pages ready to go with some non-video stuff, because there are some stuff we could do, and we plan on doing it. But I wanted it to come out with the back office and the Matrix viewer. So it will be coming out here. It's in the works. It's ready. But we wanted it to be all synced coming out. Now that we got the merchant account done and they're finishing the NX Pay, that's a huge hurdle. So it will be coming soon. And for people looking to drive traffic there, once that happens, I said, and I'm going to keep keep that word. We're going to hold a 1 day a week training to help people learn how to use, get away from those belly to belly, depending only on belly to belly. We'll show you how to create some leads through the internet that you can talk to on the phone or talk to doing videos or whatever the case may be. So it is closer. We just I don't want to give a date and then have people disappointed when that date comes and doesn't happen.
I'm going to tell you what Mike Lucas and I are working on, and we're putting some numbers together right now. Is what we're working on today. Mike and I are on media buys, and once this sales funnel is ready, we're going to be a half a step behind that with training on why you would want to do a media buy to to fill your matrix with associates, and it's a very make sense training session that we're going to go through, but it's going to be something you're going to be able to take to your teams and say, look, you need to plug into this training.
And don't let media buys. This is very, very affordable for those people looking to do that.
Right, and this is what I'm excited about. Most of the people that have come into this business model are people that aren't afraid to spend a little bit of money to make money. Some of them spend a lot of money to make money. So I think we're talking to the right crowd, the people in your organization, the old, the guys of old, that they spent some good money. I think you're talking to the right group of people to say, look, a matrix duplication of you're doing a modest media buy, so is 2 or 3 or 4 people in your network doing a media buy. If you're doing media buys and bringing new people in, if just 25% of the people that come in and join you, what they're looking for and what most people join a network marketing business model for isn't so much for the product or the service, it's for the system. So do you guys have a system, and what is that system? If that system makes sense to them, they're buying the same system. Well, if the system is a $100 media buy a month or a $200 media buy a month, or you have 2 or 3 different pricings so everybody could get into a media buy, that's what's duplicatable. People want the push button. Okay, I pushed a button to join. Now tell me where that next button is that I can push to get some growth. And that's how simple people want it, and that's what Mike Lucas and I are working on. The sales funnel is component 1, but the media buy comes right behind that, puts everybody in a position to push a button and see growth in new associates coming into their matrix. So I think it's going to be a very good training. It's going to be very make sense, very factual, very, here's how it works. And I want to throw one other thing out to D, All the Way Club in Nashville. It's not if, it's when Leaf It goes viral. And I agree 100% with you, D. It is going to go viral. It's a matter of, how fast, which one of us or how many of us are going to stand up and get it there that much faster. So we are going viral. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. And we've got a couple of questions. Siraj, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, has asked a couple of times about the small businesses. How will the advertising benefit small businesses, and are we able to promote our business with $100 advertising? Siraj, that's both going to be related to advertising purchases. So if you want to promote your business or a local business inside of Leaf It right now, that's called the SWO. So the advertising that you get every single month, that $100 of advertising that you get, goes towards putting somebody inside of the SWO. When the social network launches, I'm going to tell you that whole entire environment is going to look a lot different. You're going to be able to go to a small business, and just like someone selling pay-per-click ads for Google, you're going to have the ability to sell advertising to the small business inside of our social network as well. Just like Facebook sells pay-per-click advertising, we're going to be able to sell pay-per-click advertising. Okay? So look for that to evolve as the social network explodes.
Let me use a little different approach than Mike here.
Okay, I like that.
Guys, how many of you order pizza?
Me, all the time.
Okay. If you go to your local, in your town, I guarantee you this, and actually get the manager who has contact, or the owner if they're a small mom and pops. Now, you got to stay away from the Pizza Huts. Some of the Domino's are franchises, and they can do this. But think about this. That pizza, I know this from a fact for Domino's Pizza, especially if you're near a college town, they have huge amounts of orders going out, 200 to 400 pizzas a night. That's 200 to 400 customers a night. You go to them and share with them how they could not only maximize their dollars, but when those kids, those customers go online shopping, that's another revenue source for them. If that that pizzeria becomes a distributor for $40 a month, now they put on flyers on there and they just advertise the social media, get paid online posting pictures, and those customers bring in customers who bring in friends who bring in friends. That pizzeria is going to make a lot of money, not just from their pizzas, but from their customers shopping online.
I'm telling you, it's a huge deal.
High traffic places you guys should be identifying in your town: bars, nightclubs, social places, organizations. They bring in large amount of people just for free. That organization, that company is going to make a lot of money. Not even talking about the advertising. That's going to be huge for them. So, anyway, Mike, go ahead. Sorry.
Beautiful, Mike. Good. No, I'm just reading through questions, but you're absolutely right. We are definitely going to have something to offer local businesses. I think three different ways. You're going to be able to offer them free advertising with $100 you get. You're going to be able to offer them to purchase real advertising to get into our social space and advertise. But you're also, going to be able to direct them to our affiliate conglomerate, who is going to, approve them to say, sure, well, yeah, if you're willing to cough up an affiliate commission, we'll make you part of our family. And that's going to be an offering that maybe they've never even looked at before. So you help them with that component. Maybe they come back on the backside. They like what they're doing. They like Leafit. They like what's happening, and they end up buying some real advertising. You get commissioned on that sale of real advertising.
Yeah.
So
or
it definitely opens up.
Or you get commissioned from all their friends shopping, from the distributor, from the I mean, there's so many ways. And Corey asked a question about the media buys. Will the media buys put a lot of spill in your downline? Oh, yeah.
I was walking out of the Coeur d'Alene group last night, and people are always asking me about Von Tarver. It seems to be the big question. Like, where is he structured? Is he above me? Is he, where is he at? And I'm like, no, guys, he's not above you. He's off to the side of you. And they're all like, oh, man, if he was above me, think of all that spill I could get. Guys, let's go out and create our own spill. Okay, because your downline is looking for spill. You're looking to your upline for spill, but your downline's looking for spill from you as well. So what we're going to teach with these media buys is, look, if I can go out on a monthly basis and spend, let's talk the average guy. See, the average guy goes out and spends $100. You're going to have some of the leaders that spend $200, $300, $500, $1,000 a month on media buys if it returns, if the return is there. But as we start showing you the numbers, it's very simple, a duplication, system that brings these people in, plugs them into the system and says, okay, you're in for the 40, now here's the you came to me through a media buy. You know what they're going to want to do? They're going to want to do a media buy. And this is true. Think about it. If you were recruited into a deal because you went to a Thursday night meeting, you think you have to bring everybody to a Thursday night meeting to join. If you came into the business model through a media buy, you think you've got to do media buys to get your business model to grow. So the people that you will be attracting into this business model with a media buy, at least 25% of them are going to turn around and say, okay, how much does a media buy cost? That's how I want to recruit.
Here's a simple pitch. Well, when I'm talking to someone that contacted me and they said, well, do you have to recruit in this? I'm not very good at introducing. Well, no, all you have to do is what I share with you. You called me. I didn't call you, John. He goes, well, I'll show you how to get people calling you. And that's a media buy. Because everyone will answer their phone. If someone's calling them or Skyping them, they'll talk to them. They'll do that. And that's what help a media buy does. Now, those who go more aggressive on the media buys by reaching out, trying to contact them first, does even better. But everyone, that's the power of the media buys. But you don't. So one of my team members got worried and thought they had to do media buys. Folks, that's not the case. You can do this and do it on your own way. That's just another option. I just want to make sure everyone understands. Media buys are
there's a dozen different ways to grow this business. And Mike, you make the perfect point. You don't have to do any of this stuff. You can simply go out and when next time you're getting your hair cut, talk to the gal that's cutting your hair, the guy that's cutting your hair, and say, well, if I had an app and just engage in conversation. You're at a restaurant. You're standing in a retail shop where there's just you and the sales clerk. Open a conversation. So you don't have to spend money on building your business. There are people that are going to want to. And the media buys is going to put you in a position where you're going to attract people that are willing to do media buys. And that duplication process is going to fill your matrix that much faster. Remember this, it only takes one guy. Always keep an eye open, okay, for that network marketer. If you know a guy's in network marketing, but he put it down 5 years ago, swore to never do it again, engage in a conversation with him and do this. Don't ask him, don't tell him you got a deal you want him to look at. Ask him who his upline was. Say, who's the biggest guy you know in network marketing? Who was your immediate upline in that last deal you were doing 5 years ago? I want to talk to him. Do you know how powerful of a statement that is? And what that's going to put you in front of? The potential, okay? And realize there's guys out there like myself, like Mike Lucas, like Lawrence, that are willing to go talk to those big guns with you. Okay? All you got to do is get that three-way phone call put together, and we'll help you with that process. But don't be afraid to go out and look for the big hitter as well. One guy, I was talking to a guy in Spokane this week, did a three-way phone call with a guy that's staging himself as a media buy kind of, mentor. But I was on the phone with him, and he's talking about thousands of people that he had following him in his last deal. And he says, man, what you've got is going to be huge. I mean, it's really bizarre, but it opened up a conversation with a guy. We didn't try to close him. We didn't try to, put the handcuffs on him. But it's amazing. These guys start talking about thousands, not one or two guys that are signing up into your program, thousands. Where does the spill come from? It comes from someone like that. But you've got to go make that happen. You've got to put yourself in a position to always be looking for that big one. Don't forget the ones and the twos and the media buys and all the other ways to build this business. But you can go find your own Von Tarver. You can. And if you need help with that, there's guys out there that will help you do it. Just chase your upline. Chase it all the way back until you get to a guy like me. If you're going to put a big hitter in front of somebody, I'll help you. Von Tarver will help you. Lawrence will help you. Crossline, sideline, it doesn't matter. That we're looking for the whole company to explode. We don't care whose downline it's in. So we're here to help everybody. Mike Lucas, what else?
That's it. We got a webinar in 15 minutes. So
okay. Let me repeat this then, because some of you joined us late. Go to Google. Everybody knows Google. Go to Google. Type in Leafit Business Overview. You liked my webinar on the 24th of February? Type in Leafit Business Overview 2/24/14. And that's going to come right back to you.
Challenge.
You're going to see the YouTube video. Take that URL that you see up in the address bar, take that URL and share it with anybody. Put it in a text, put it in an email, give it to anybody you want. But it's live. It's a YouTube video. It's there. So if you're not getting the email that comes out to you after a webinar, know that you can always go to YouTube and find that webinar there. If you like the webinar I do today in 15 minutes, and you're like, man, I didn't get an email, don't think you're lost. All you're going to have to do about an hour later is go to Google and type in Leafit Business Overview 2/28/14, and you're going to find that webinar. So it's there for you. We've got more recordings of this business overview than we know what to do with now.
Mike?
It's at your fingertips. Yeah, Mike.
Let's talk why everyone's here. Money.
Okay.
Money. $1,000.
Oh man.
Jesus.
God, hello. I think Corey and Rob are chasing it right now. So, in fact, I know they are. $1,000, guys. Get to your organization.
They may not know it. We have people on here who weren't here Monday night, so they may not know what you're talking about.
We have. I'm looking for the visual. Can I get there fast enough? No, we don't have enough time. Get to Monday night's corporate update or jumpstart call. Our $1,000 every 2 week, the last week of the month. We're having 3 different promotional periods, you guys. The first one already started. It started last Monday, or I'm sorry, this last Monday, the 24th. Runs through the 9th. That's next Sunday. We'll announce the winner on Monday the 10th. $1,000 to the person that signs up the most brand new, personally sponsored associates into the program for $40. Whoever signs up the most gets $1,000. Every single person you put into the program between now and March 9th, on the wrong month, there's March 9th, Every single person that you put into the program between the 24th of February and the 9th of March, you get your name in the hat once. So put 2 guys in the program, you got your names in the hat twice. You put 3 ladies in the program, you got your name in the hat 3 times. Okay? One winner will be drawn on Monday the 10th, and that one winner will get $500. So we're giving away $1,500 on Monday the 10th based on signups. So go out and explode. We're doing that same thing between March 10th and March 23rd, with the winner to be announced on March 24th. And then we're doing the same thing again, a shorter contest, just 1 week, March 24th through March 30th, with the winner announced on Monday, March 31st. That's a total of $4,500 being given away to the field. Go out and produce. There's guys chasing that right now. I know a couple of them. So you want the limelight? You want to be called the superstar? Get busy. Get busy now. This is exploding. Just go out and engage in conversation. Do the what ifs. If I had a mobile application that could do this, would you want it? And people will say yes. Can I get it? How do I download it? That's the response you're going to get. Throw some excitement in that, and that's the response you're going to get 99% of the time. And go have fun with that. Sign them up for free. As soon as you do, flip it right around. Say, now, you know what? How would you like to make money on all the people that you introduce to this social network? 9 levels deep. You can get paid on the pictures that they take. All it costs you is $40 a month. There you go. Go and blow. All right, we got to get you guys. I appreciate you coming. I'm sorry I wasn't prepared today. I think we gave you a lot of information. There's exciting, fun stuff coming. You're going to see the results. I think this next week you're actually going to be able to touch some of the results. Oh, one really cool thing. Grab your smartphone real quick. Grab your smartphone. If you don't have one, that's okay. If you do have a smartphone, grab it and go to leafit.biz and check it out. We are mobile enhanced. I know for some of you don't think that's a big deal. I think it's a huge deal. You want to sign somebody up on the fly, take your smartphone and look at it right now. Ben flipped a switch. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. He flipped a switch, and it's mobile optimized. Our back office is mobile. It's not the new back office, but it's mobile optimized. You want to talk about being able to sign somebody up with your smartphone standing right in front of somebody. It is so easy and so slick now. If you haven't been there for a while, go to leafit.biz/your username on your smartphone and check it out. Every single page has been mobile optimized. That's a huge deal. So get excited about that too. Signing people up. You don't have to go home to sign people up. I'll call me later and I'll walk you through it. Sign them up right on the spot. It's awesome. Got to run, right, Mike?
Sure.
All right, you guys.
Joe's asking for a question here, and I'm not sure, so I don't want to leave Joe hanging. Repeat the address to the webinar. I'm not sure which one, if he meant the corporate or...
Well, let's go where everybody should go to get to a business overview. The business overview is leafitoverview.com. Leafitoverview.com. Right, Mike? I got that one right,
Yes.
right? Leafitoverview.com. That's where people go to register for the business overview. Okay? If they can't make a live overview, go to Google. Just go to Google, go into a Google search and type in Leafit Business Overview, and you get all of the webinars that we've done. So I hope that answered that question, Joe. If not, give me a text, shoot me a text. I'll answer it for you. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. We got to do an overview right now. So go out and explode. Remember, we're giving away $1,000 next Monday. So be the top. Forget the $1,000. I love bragging rights. So go grab the bragging rights. Who's going to win that deal?
Yeah, and if you guys haven't opted in, make sure to get your teams opted into the Leafit, what is it? Leafit events text and your leaders on the text reminder.
Okay, I guess Joe's asking for the leaders. Joe, the leaders, you got here.
You're on it,
Mike,
Joe.
don't die on me. Yeah, you're on it. So I don't know how. Crazy question, but it's leafitleaders.com.
You got to have a password, and the password
leafitleaders.com, and the password is leaders, plural.
Then
leaders.
they could text in and get their text reminders that the system will send.
Right, and then register for the text reminder so you're reminded that the leadership calls, and I guess I should register for that too.
And we're going to put an email, because right now we don't have an overseas number. I'm going to try and get a UK number, but we're also going to put an email reminder that we can send out an email early Friday morning. So for those meeting emails, we'll have that also in there.
There you go. All right. Hey, thanks, Estelle, for the thanks to you too for everything you're doing out there, and have a wonderful event on Saturday, tomorrow. Really excited for you. I think that's awesome. You guys are putting that together. Let me know if there's anything that Mike and I can do for you. That's awesome news.
Mike will fly out there.
Never been. I gotta go get a passport. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that's never left the country.
He likes them belly-to-belly things.
All right, Estelle, have fun with that event. That's huge. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you soon.